One final stop on the road to WrestleMania, and to say that the ramifications of this pay-per-view are huge would be an understatement. So heading into this event, I'm pretty sure a bunch of us were hyped. There was a lot of talk surrounding this event, and with good reason. Now, the talk was mainly centered around Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn, definitely. There's of course Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar and the other matches, but the main topic was Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. The Zayn's developed during the Bloodline storyline into one of the most popular wrestlers on the entire roster. Seeing him in this position was cool. Other than that, the show had 2 Elimination Chamber matches, and let's talk about it. I don't want to waste time, let's get into it. The first match on the show was the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Asuka, Carmella, Nikki Cross, Raquel Rodriguez, Natalya, and Liv Morgan, and the winner challenges Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania. This was pretty damn good. I didn't outright expect it to be that good, but for one, they got the structure of the match right and also made a couple of the wrestlers look even better. Liv Morgan had to be the standout. She's improved significantly since she lost the title, and the progress is very noticeable. The sunset flip from her was cool, and it was the best spot in the match. Other than that, the action flowed well. It was, I believe, a botched elimination, at least it felt that way. Asuka as the winner was not surprising, and it didn't need to be, as she's turned into an absolute heartless person, going through everyone with no remorse, and this reboot of her character is definitely going to lead to great success. Other than her, it could have been Liv Morgan, but I think it's better if they wait a bit. But yeah, Asuka and Bianca should be cracked up. I hope there's a title change or perhaps a heel turn for Bianca, because I know for a fact that she would excel again in that role and give the fans something to look forward to. I'm not outright expecting it. I'm not going to be disappointed if it doesn't happen. Just hoping it's possible. The next match was between Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar, the sequel. Last time around, their match fell off, and it was clearly missing a lot because they ended it so prematurely. That said, I was eager to see the sequel because I believe they have it in them to go crazy. I do wish this was at WrestleMania, but it is what it is. Here I was feeling the match, both men looked extremely resilient, and it was a big match special, finishers, people are flying around, but then Brock low-blowed Lashley to get himself DQ'd. Why would they do this? Because, now, in the first place, I didn't understand the match happening on this pay-per-view, but it did, and a bunch of us thought it would be the end. Now, Bray Wyatt wants to get involved in a triple threat with those three. Just sounds like some universe mode type stuff. But if it happens, it happens. It's just random. That's all I'm trying to say, Like, Bray Wyatt involved in a feud with these two just does not sound normal. It sounds outrageous. But yeah, this match, honestly, as I said, I thought they should have done it at WrestleMania. And they're just doing stuff for the sake of it, They're just trying to, minimize the potential that this feud has, because Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley should just be a simple match where they destroy each other and it ends with a logical finish, something that's normal, not these bizarre finishes here and there where they drag it and do whatever. I don't think that's a good idea. The next match was a mixed tag team match. Edge and Beth Phoenix faced the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. This feud has been on longer than The Simpsons. I don't think it's the most ideal thing at this point, because Edge is nearing the end of his career and he could go do a lot of month, 2-month, even 3-month feuds with a bunch of guys on the roster. With that said, this was a very fun tag team match. Rhea and Beth were like walls, they couldn't knock each other down. Edge was massively popular with the crowd, and for good reason. They sang his song along and were anticipating his entry in the match. Dom was entertaining as always, making his influence felt, but the Judgment Day's deceitful tactics didn't really faze Edge and Beth. When the Rated R Superstar entered the match, the crowd were all in and behind everything he did. Edge's performance was great and makes me ponder over a potential Edge and Christian reunion. We're probably not going to get it though, but if only. The duo won the match with a familiar move, of course, FTR's finisher, and we all know there's one more match left between Finn and Edge. The only question is, where do the participants move on afterwards? That's what I want to know, and that's what I'm more interested in at this point. Yeah, I hope Edge and Finn, if they do have that one more match, is great. It wraps up the feud, and both men move on. The next match is a men's Elimination Chamber match. Austin Theory defended the United States Championship against Bronson Reed, Montez Ford, Damian Priest, Johnny Gargano, and Seth Rollins. This was crazy. Simple as that. We're not going to beat around the bush or anything like that. This was wild. It was so unexpectedly good. I know it was going to be good, but not this good. The Chamber did so much good for everybody in that match. Bronson Reed recently just comes out angry. It's more silent than at church, and he does his business. Here, he got the crowd's attention, looked like a one-man wrecking ball, and with this opportunity, he finally brought some interest to himself. Johnny Gargano's run has been a bit recently. He comes out, does some jokes. I said this on the live stream, but I feel like some of the character that they're giving him feels a little try-hardish. It's not the same as he was in NXT. Here, once again, he goes out there and he has his chance and makes the most out of it. Fans loved him. He had a great performance, exceptional stuff. Then you have Montez Ford, who's certainly going to emerge as something special later on, give the fans a sign of what's to come. It was an incredible team effort from the guys to make each other look good. They sold good, they performed well with the moves. That's what I liked about it most. Everybody looked good. The spots were wild, of course, and the match just delivered on all fronts and provided so many great moments. We all believed Montez would do it, hell, maybe even Johnny Gargano, but those hopes faded, and to top it all off, Logan Paul interfered with work rate and cost Rollins the match. Great stuff. I had Austin Theory retaining the title. I think it was fairly obvious. The other guys did have a chance though, but I just feel like Austin Theory and John Cena for the US title sounded like the match they were going for, and that's exactly what it looks like now. Who knows, maybe John Cena won the title, but yeah, great match. This was match of the night for me. And the main event, Roman Reigns defends the undisputed Universal Championship against Sami Zayn. The hometown hero returns, and it was an absolutely incredible atmosphere. It felt like a playoff game with the away team facing their fiercest rival for a spot in the Super Bowl or Champions League final, whatever. It felt like one of those games. That's what happened with Roman Reigns here. He had FU chants chanted at him, which was crazy, and Sami Zayn, a tremendous reception. I haven't seen a reception like this in years for somebody. 100% were the fans. They were all in. And at some point, you couldn't hear Zayn's music because of how loud they were. They were so passionate, so enamored with this guy from their hometown. And with good reason, Sami Zayn, he's already a popular figure in Montreal. But after this Bloodline storyline, he's gotten even more popular since then. Man has done a lot. He's done a lot in these past couple of months. He's really brought a lot of new interest to the Bloodline storyline, because in my opinion, it grew thin. It was like, oh, Roman needs Jay and Jimmy to save him, whatever. But when Sami Zayn came in, it was a fresh change of pace. That's what I'm trying to say. The match started, but both men just stared at each other while the crowd was singing along, booing Roman, whatever. There was just a loud reaction in those first few minutes. The way the match was set up was not special as a regular match. It's just everything around it was what elevated it. The fact that Zayn had home field advantage, the Bloodline story, the betrayal, and the 900-day title reign. It was highly dramatic, and Zayn was going all out. Roman, he was really sucking the fun out of the match. Was trying to wear down Sami Zayn, getting the fans to boo. And every time he'd grab Zayn, they'd either boo or watch in silence, hoping that the worst isn't yet to come. I love that. Then Zayn makes his comeback. He's fighting. He even hits the haluva kick. And then the ref gets knocked down. Oh my God. At this point, even if you didn't really think Zayn was going to win, which was something I thought. I didn't really think he was going to win this. You wanted him to win. I wanted him to win in the beginning. I'm not going to lie to you and say, oh, this and that. It's just, I wanted it more by the end of the match. But as always, there's disappointment in the end. Reigns managed to win it after some drama with Jey Uso, who did not turn on Zayn, which was very surprising. It kind of caught me off guard that Jey did not assault Zayn, because now it makes me wonder how they're going to go about that tag team storyline if they do it. Because the ending with Sami Zayn getting beaten up, and then Kevin Owens making the save, and then hitting the haluva kick on Roman, makes me ponder and think, like, can he get a rematch? It just makes me wonder that, because they left it a bit open out there. But I'm pretty sure we're going to see that tag team match with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. It's just here, like, when you look at that, it's like, damn, this would have been a special moment had he won. I kind of do wish he won, but it is what it is. But it was a good match. It wasn't out of this world, but the atmosphere, the whole situation certainly elevated it to a much higher level than it would have been if it was just a regular match. So yeah. Alright, that's Elimination Chamber. This was a great ass pay-per-view. This is probably Triple H's best pay-per-view since he took over, because everything just clicked. Shockingly, the main event was where things were odd. The ending, something was a bit off about the ending. It's not the fact that Sami Zayn lost, but just the way they went about things afterwards. I don't know. It's not a big deal to me. I'm just excited for WrestleMania now, Like, I'm hyped for WrestleMania. Other than that, the Women's Elimination Chamber match, great match. Bobby and Brock was like, what? I don't know. That was weird. Judgment Day, Beth and Edge, good. Men's Elimination Chamber match, outstanding. One of the best chamber matches of all time. It's my match of the night for sure. And the main event, it was good. It's just the ending kind of caught me off guard, and not in a good way. It's not like, oh, it sucks. Oh, this ending's bad. It's just that the way the match was built and the way everything was, the atmosphere, all of that, it just felt like the ending was underwhelming. Something about it was just very underwhelming and did not complement the match in my opinion. So yeah. Alright, what do you guys think of Elimination Chamber? Please comment down below, and that's the first video. Make sure you hit the stomp on the like button or perhaps the haluva kick on the subscribe button. Peace. I'm out.